Hi, this is
Blog
Desiree.
Talk Radio.
Hello, everyone. This is Desiree. We are going ahead and we're going through with our 365 days business challenge that really is an update. I did this show like 4 years ago, and what I really want to do with it is do something a little bit different. I want it to be updated. This is going to be episode 1. And therefore, the goal will be to get all the way up to episode 365. So that's what I'm going to be doing. There will be each day, based on what I'm doing for my business, what partners we have that may want to be on the show, and people that I will find to interview that have started out when we started like in 2008, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them even before then. But for me, 2008 is when I started. I did this podcast, actually was called by someone, and they were telling me what they were doing. Didn't know a whole lot about Blog Talk Radio, but they made it really, really exciting, and they were doing, really great things for their platform as an entertainer. And the other thing that I also did about that time is started blogging. And so I learned about blogging and Blog Talk Radio and being able to communicate and to get your message across to your consumers, to your customers, to whatever audience you're trying to communicate with. It really takes some creativity, and so you want to continuously try to engage, and it can be very, very hard to engage a lot of times in this world because, we're so busy. There's a lot of things that are going on. There are a lot of things that are going on in the news all the time. There's a lot of things going on in our lives all the time. There's just a lot of stuff, and so you have to be able to sit down and prioritize what's going to be the thing for you. And I think that for me personally, I had always been trying to start my own business. And my kids, they know about being an entrepreneur. And I have a daughter that she did a successful online T-shirt business because of the fact of, this entrepreneurial stuff that I have always talked about and I've always done. And so I've always been a night owl. And so joining networks for me and getting content together, I did a lot of it when everybody was sleeping. And so by the time I got up in the morning, I could always tell how well my promotions had done throughout the night. And that's a really wonderful thing to wake up in the morning and to see that you've already reached so many people in a short period of time. And so I keep doing it. There are times where, I've had to slack off and not do as much because, I have went back to school myself. As I see a couple of our women that have gone on some of these business tours and things that I've gone on with them, we've gotten higher degrees. So currently I'm a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner, and I'm very proud of that. And it took a long time getting here just to get the master's. And so I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful for my business also because we have been getting more momentum. We've had our ups and our downs as we learning curves on doing business, and sometimes maybe not actually understanding the online platform as much as you can, and maybe sometimes not a lot of real good guidance because a lot of people are still learning also. So I'm grateful for those ups and I'm grateful for those downs because it didn't stop me from doing anything. I still continued to try to do the things I could do as an entrepreneur and promote the things that I love and do best. Affiliate marketing, I think, and influencer platforms I think they're wonderful, and it's good to see that they are growing and that, it's very important because most of the time, if you are doing something, it is going to be word of mouth. It is going to be something that you've read. It is going to be something that you have seen. And so if you are in business and you're not marketing and advertising yourself, it's really not going to help you. And affiliates and influencers, they go a long way in trying to ensure that the public knows about whatever it is that they are promoting or that they are using or that, they feel is necessary for people to have in their lives or to purchase. And so that's what the 365 days is, because basically for me, every day I try to make myself do a small little thing for my business. And I say make myself because sometimes you just want to goof off. You want to enjoy yourself, and downtime is wonderful. But even when you're doing those things, you can typically find one thing that's very simple that you could do that can make a lot of bang for your buck when you're doing and you are promoting your products. And so today is day number 1, and we are going all the way up to 365. Luckily for you guys, you don't have to be here for all of those 365 days, but I would love to hear from anyone that you've got an idea about what you're going to be doing, what your focus is going to be 2 weeks from now, 6 months from now, anytime that's within this 365-day time frame. We are very proud to still be here and still be a part, of Blog Talk Radio. And so on this episode, I did include the link for the original episode, and also like our dial-in numbers if people have forgotten about those or they're not really aware. I'm going to make a couple more edits to this before I send it out. As always, those of you who follow me, you know that I always try to do the Blog Talk Radio show, and then I try to follow it up on Blogger, Facebook, so everyone can see and know what we're doing. So my real big one thing that I did for today is I actually had to go back through and to make sure that for my shoes I put the coupons on there as well. So I did not do that prior. So that's my one business goal today, is to make sure that I have all those coupons listed, because as I'm listing our products on Amazon, on Shopify, Etsy, eBay, I want to make sure those coupons are available and that people see them, because they're important, in my opinion. And then there will be instances where there's like free shipping, so that's going to also be one of our things to do. So our business cards, get your business cards, do your business cards. I am talking to myself also, Desiree, do your business cards, because I don't know how many times someone has liked something that I've been wearing, or somebody liked something that they saw me doing online, and I didn't have a business card. Okay, it's just a little piece of paper that you can give out to someone, business card is what I'm saying. And so out of all these things that I do for my business cards, they run out. So continue to make sure that you have a steady supply. Take them any and everywhere that you can. Drop them any and everywhere that you can, because that is something that you can do fairly easy, and you get your one thing done for the day. So the 365-day challenge, it's a wonderful thing for me to be doing, and it's great for other people to listen to it, because sometimes you just need that extra motivation, that extra little push, so that you can actually go ahead and start doing something, because sometimes it really takes some motivation. You're tired. You want to rest. There are other things that we love our businesses, and I know that we do, but sometimes you just really don't want to be bothered by anything for the day, and you want to vegetate. So business cards is another simple thing, a simple task for the day. Do some business cards, and we're going to move on from there. And so I hope that as we go through this, because when I did this back 4 years ago, the whole thing was for us to be doing something. But, of course, sometimes you fall short. And what I want to do this time is not fall short. I actually want to keep up with it. I actually want to do I want to put it in like an episode so that it will go up to episode 365. And there's a world that has come out of the pandemic, and a world of binge TV watching, movie watching, and everything that we have found pleasure in while being at home and not being able to go to some of the places we're used to going to. One thing was very, very prevalent is actually being online and doing things. And so, each day I'm going to get on, and I'm hoping that, my listeners they'll get on, and we'll see what we're going to be doing for the day. I'm doing this episode now, and the next episode I'm going to go ahead and put it together. It's going to be episode 2, and I already know what episode 2 is going to be, because I just told you guys, business cards. So we're going to focus the next episode on what are those offline things that you can do to market and to advertise your business. Very simple. So episode number 2 is business cards. And I wanted to make sure that I got my episode 1 in today on May 18th because I talked about this yesterday. And so I like to be a person of my word. And so I am here, and I am doing the Blog Talk Radio show, and I am going to be doing it all the way up until 365 days. And, of course, beyond, but that's not what we're not worried about beyond right now. We just want to get through the 365 days and see how far we've come. And I will tell you that for me personally, since 2008, it has been a long journey, and to keep motivating and doing things for myself, you got to set those goals, and you kind of come back and you reset them as you may have reached some. Maybe you didn't start some, or, whatever you're doing that makes you feel positive and keeps you motivated and you want to expand on. We have this time. We've got nothing but time. I mean, when we were going through the pandemic, we were at home and we were doing, a lot of binging. We were seeing a lot of, opportunities to do things in a different way because, as everybody was home, our entertainers, our business owners, we were all home. And so having businesses that were able to recreate themselves during the pandemic is phenomenal. And one of the things that I can guarantee you, I know I talked about this way, way, way back in the beginning when we had our work-at-home moms. We had all these different online things. We've always just been online, and we've always promoted online. I'm a big thing of, telehealth. And so all of those things that we were talking about way before the pandemic, guess what? That's what we're actually doing now. And so some businesses aren't even going back to the old way of doing things because it's a new day. And so the more that you can get people to be able to participate in things in a safe way and actually bring something to them that a lot of times they don't have to leave the home, it's kind of phenomenal. And so I think that this is going to be something where people will you're going to go places, but I think you're going to really be picking and choosing those places that you go. I don't think that just because there's one place that's open, that means that people are just going to be there. I think people, as things continue on, they're going to be wanting to do and see other things. And so being online and some of the AI and just some of the opportunities that you can bring to your customers is wonderful for them. And so that's what we want to do. I was looking at the news today, and I know Disney, they canceled some type of $1 billion project that they were going to be doing because they think they need, they think their business model is going to be changing. And I think that those who already changed their business model, they did exactly what they knew they were going to have to be doing also because technology, and I talked about this when I gave a report when I was in school. I said, for nursing and nurse informatics and, there's those computers. Some people are terrified of a computer, and you cannot be that way because if you are going to be left behind because we're going into more digital. We're going into more AI. I think that we're only just starting a little bit of what, is going to come. And I, of course, am not a guru, but I want to at least be online. I want to be learning. I want to be doing a lot of the things that need to be done to be a successful business business owner, and providing something for your customers that they want to come back to day in and, day out. So they, will tell their friends about you, and people will kind of see you more and more and know that, your plan is to do something that is going to be ever developing. And so for us, for Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, we have introduced really unique to us because I've been an affiliate marketer. I've done, the influencer gig also. But I'm going to tell you what, I think I'm proud of myself in this moment more than I've ever been proud of myself. And that is because instead of just you always advertising someone else's product, I'm like, I think it's about time when we try to see what type of things can we do, what can we design, what can we create. And so that's exactly what we did. And so we partnered with the Live Shoes. So Rich and Rich Home Opportunities, we have our shoe line. We also went on and we partnered with support you bag. And so we have 6 purses in our purse line. And so didn't want to just stop there because when I approached this in a way of what are the things that I really, really, truly like when I'm leaving out of the home. And looking my best is, my number one priority. So, and if anyone knows anything about me, some of my people that I've worked with before in the past, or clients have always called me the jewelry lady because, I like my jewelry very much so. And so I kind of know every piece that's here, and I know every shoe that's here. I know just about, what belts and, because it's just what I do. And so I know where it is. So it's like when I'm getting ready at night for work the next day, I don't have to just go tearing through my closet and looking at everything. I kind of like have an ideal, and I know where to get that jewelry from. I know where that shoe is located. I know where that particular belt is. I know where that ring is. So it's habit for me. It's flawless for me. So the other thing that I, of course, wanted to add to Rich and Rich Home Opportunities that we are making by hand jewelry. We are doing our own jewelry. And let me tell you, it is, I think, fabulous, because there would be a time when I would break a link or something like that, or a clasp would break on my necklace, and pretty much that necklace was just done. Well, lo and behold, those days are gone. So today I actually had the same thing happen. I was trying to clasp this necklace on that, was going really great with this bracelet of mine that I had. It's like a multicolor. The clasp on the necklace, it broke. And so normally I just kind of throw it to the side, but nope, you know what I did? I went over into my jewelry making office, which is now my hat making office, which is now where I have my shoes displayed, which is now where I have my purses displayed, and who else knows what's going to be in there. So I am looking for a bigger office space so that I won't be nominated for an episode on hoarders. So I went to my jewelry place, and I went ahead and I changed a couple of the pieces and the links around that I really preferred and thought were a little bit more secure, and I fixed it, put a new clasp on it, done. So I'm proud of those kind of things like that. And so I am, my Safari collection is the first jewelry package that I've done so far. So I'm putting that online today, and it goes along with like the coupons and everything that I was talking about. So that's there. And then I did a YouTube video of my boyfriend with his hats and the way he had them lined up against the wall. And so love hats, always have. Got my little hats and everything. So we decided to do some hats also. So that's another piece that we are entertaining. And I have one final thing that I would like to be doing, and it's going to be something in the actual clothing, and it's not going to be, it's something that I learned about way back in Germany. And so I've never seen anyone able to do this. And if so, this is something that you would have to actually handpick someone, and you would have to, tell them, hey, this is what you want, and then see if they're able to produce that. That's kind of the way that this one is going to work. And so I will be grateful for that when that happens, and you guys will be in the know. And so right now I'm doing the coupons for day number 1 of our 365 day business challenge update. And so shoes, purses, jewelry, hats. So that's where we are going for our business model. We will still advertise other brands and the things of that nature, especially of our partners, but we will be focusing on doing our own designs and creating our own materials to actually sell. And so that, I think, is wonderful for us, and moving forward, we will continue to do that. I look forward to, the other ideals and the other things that you can do, and being creative and just designing, by hand your own stuff. I mean, it's really wonderful. And, you have your manufacturers that can, manufacture the ones that you, you decide to partner with. And so this is a great thing for Rich and Rich Home Opportunities right now. And I'm very grateful for the ability to do that. I think that there are more things that we will be adding as, as we continue to grow. And I want this business challenge to really grow more, and I want to have more people on the show. I wanted to go back to my days of when I was interviewing when I first started my podcast. And if you want to look at any of those interviews, they're listed here on Blog Talk Radio, where we were interviewing authors. And I'm telling you, it's just wonderful to talk with other entrepreneurs. I could talk for hours about it. I've sat with people that are also entrepreneurs. There is an excitement. And so as they are talking about some of the things that they've done and you are talking about it, the time goes fast. And, you've talked about some things, you've networked more than likely, and, you start off doing, other things. And so there have been some people along the way that have been very, very helpful. And so that's what my challenge is going to be all about. I'm going to talk about, what we're doing now, but I'm going to say, hey, this is what we started off doing. This is the ideal that we've thought about. And, so we're going to just put it all together. And who knows what we'll do after that, because now we'll have that, together, and we can do other things with it. So tomorrow, guys, for episode number 2, for those of you who are going to be joining me, we are doing our business cards. We've got to get our business cards together, everybody. We have to. And we're not going to just do our business cards that we're going to be handing out. We're also going to do digital business cards as well and find out how to do that, because when you are getting on some of the websites and you're looking for partnerships, you want to be able to exchange, your electronic business card and, of course, your, business info and stuff and things of that nature. So for me, it's just easier for me to put everything in a folder. So in a folder, I have my, operating papers for the business. I have my, the business cards, the flyers, those things. But those business cards, they go so fast. And so that's what I've run out on. Put all of that in a folder that's easy to get to, so that when I'm asking someone, the questions, I'm able to send them my business licenses, the operating whatever information, the fact that we are registered, and, we got to pay IRS just like everybody else does. So, we do have our EIN number. And those of you who've been with me knew me all the way back from when I started with just plain old Rich and Rich Home Opportunities. We had our EIN then. And now that we are a limited liability company, we also have our EIN. So that's what we will be focusing on episode 2, business cards. So, guys, get out your creative hats. Think about what you really want this business card to say, and make sure you do it in a way that you can continue to repeat it over and over again. So there's it's not a task and it's not hard. You can do it from your smartphone, because let's face it, there's not too many things that you can't do with the smartphone to run your business. You can do just about everything. A lot of the major things, especially with communication, straight from the smartphone. So whoever knew that was going to be occurring. So, I look forward to everything else that's going to be happening. I look forward to continuing to be in business, and I expanded. A couple of my family members are going to be joining me. I'm only doing contract type employment right now, and that's because I don't really know about the employee part of it. And, I'm not big enough that I need employees like that. I'm big enough to where I need more than just me. So I'm grateful for just that part. So I have some of my family members that are going to be here. They're going to be contract 1099 workers for me. And then, also we will have others, because I did have an Indeed ad out for when we were at Mayfair Mall. And so vendorships and things of that nature, that's another thing for just making, brand awareness and actually being able to sell your product. So with that said, everyone, I hope that you guys have a great night. I actually got this in before midnight, and this is Central Time, and so I officially have completed day number 1 of the 365-day business challenge update. See you guys, and talk to you guys soon.